Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. We have Flashback Fabio to review today. We did Raphael's card yesterday. I don't know how much traction this video is going to get for today, but regardless, we're going to do the player review because EA didn't really release anything today anyway, so we're going to have two different videos, one for a great FUT birthday pack pull and with FUT Champs highlights, and then we're going to have this video for the Flashback Fabio card. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a card that is 5'8" with medium work rates, which actually helps out his stamina a lot, in all fairness. Right-footed. He's right-footed on the left side with a 4-star weak foot. That's going to be very interesting to try out. I never knew that he was right-footed on the left side. That should be very interesting. 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, but he's right-footed. Okay. That's very interesting. 92 acceleration, 92 sprint speed, so you could give him an anchor chemistry style, which would make a lot of sense. The thing about the anchor chemistry style is that the only thing you're going to significantly improve him in the physical aspect is going to be the +5 for strength with 84 stats for his base card stats for strength, right? Attacking positioning is at 83, which again helps out his stamina being 77. Shot power is at 90, but he has finishing at 56, which again, not a big deal if you have him on stay back while attacking. Long shots at 72, composure at 87, dribbling on the ball actually very responsive considering the fact that he is 5'8" as well, so that should be very interesting to try out on the left side. Passing stats are there as well. I want to kind of see what his passes are like going from the outside to the inside with a 4-star weak foot. I want to see which types of passes he makes because for me personally, I really don't like using, even if it's a 5-star weak foot, opposite-footed players on the strong side. So let's just say, for instance, like Mendy, I think he uses Mendy in this team as a right back because of his, I think it's a 5-star weak foot. I personally don't like doing that with my players, right? I like to have the strong foot on the strong side, but it obviously still works. It's still very usable, right? So I do want to try out those passes specifically with Fabio to see if it's a nuisance with the card at all. So we're gonna be experimenting with a couple of 4-2-3-1s in regards to that, right? In regards to some other stats, he has decent defensive capability. So with the anchor chemistry style, you would increase his defense significantly. Giving him a shadow wouldn't really make much sense. You're gonna only give him a +2 for pace in regards to acceleration, sprint speed, so it's not really worth it. It's better to just give him the extra strength to help out with his 5'8" height. So obviously, I think both of these cards are concept cards with Raphael and Fabio, because for me personally, I would still prefer to use Kenny Lala's Moments card in the right back position and the Footmas Atal card in the right back position as well. But then there's obviously the factor of like, hey, I can give you Brazilian links like this. I can give you the links with Simon's card, his Footmas card. Maybe if he gets a Team of the Season card, you get that link as well. He gets a link with Neymar. Stuff like that is what you have to take into consideration with these cards, right? So just food for thought when it comes to these types of things. But yeah, the way that we're going to be trying him out in the team is mostly going to be the 4-2-3-1. We'll just use it on balance and balance just to see what he's like pushing forward, coming back in defense. I think the big thing with this card, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the fact that you want to keep him on stay back while attacking because of the lack of stamina. The medium work rates will actually help that out significantly. But what I need to test out, because regardless of having a player on stay back while attacking, even with his medium work rates, they'll still push up sometimes, right? So we want to force the push-ups, right, from the card, and then we want to see what he's like transitioning back into the defensive area with the medium work rates. I don't think the stamina is going to be a big issue, specifically if you have him on stay back while attacking. You cannot have him on balance. That's going to be the biggest thing I'm going to mention in this review, right? So we're going to get into a game, see how he plays with balance, pushing him forward, what he's like defensively with his height and whatnot. What is he like dribbling on the ball? He seems like he'll be more responsive on the ball than Raphael. I think he will be, in all fairness. The extra composure definitely helps as well. So let's go see how he plays in game. This should be an interesting team to play against. He has a lot of like really cool players in it. It's like meta, but it's like a fun meta. It's like a different meta, I like teams like this. All right, so let's go give him the ball right now just to see what he's like dribbling wise. So same exact situation as Raphael, where he feels a little bigger in game than he feels like a 5'8". His dribbling is way more responsive than Raphael's card. I can tell you that right off the bat for sure. All right, let's try this pass right here. Okay, so 4-star weak foot with the outside passes still works out really nicely on him. Let's see what he's like transitioning here. Pushes up really nicely. Okay, so the 4-star weak foot, ladies and gentlemen, is not necessarily a big deal with the card. The 4-star weak foot for those outside passes is going to be very helpful, because if he has a 3-star weak foot, it may not necessarily be the most ideal situation, personally. That should be a near post strike easily. Yeah, it's not going to be necessarily an ideal situation if you have a lower weak foot, but because he has that 4-star, that specific pass right there is the one that I always talk about, the outside pass to the inside. I don't like inside to the outside when you're playing with a 4-2-3-1 or 4-4-2, so the 4-star weak foot will definitely help out with that for sure. Okay, so he sticks to an attacking position if he pushes up instantly, which is interesting. Marks the other player really nicely right there, in all fairness to him. Yeah, he sticks to his position quite nicely. He's marking the players he should be marking. Pushes up the pitch a little bit. His dribbling is very responsive. It's way more responsive than Raphael. I have to keep saying that, because very noticeable thing with this card for sure. It's actually not necessarily bad to have the 4-star weak foot with this card, in all fairness. It actually feels like okay. I'm talking about the 4-star weak foot on the left side to make those outside passes, or like, you know, using his strong foot to cut inside. It's not that bad, actually. Yep, sticks to his position really well right there, too. Defensively, that's exactly what you want. I want to see what he's like transitioning from the side to the middle, though. I don't think it will ever get to that situation, though. So you can see that his stamina is a little bit depleted, right? Like, obviously, you don't want to have this card on you don't want to have him, like, pushing forward at all, in all fairness, because the stamina just really isn't enough. But, you know, I feel like on stay back while attacking, you're looking at a really, really decent card, in all fairness. Because he pushes up a little bit right there, but then he also comes back really quickly and gets back into his position quickly. Marks the player really nicely. Really agile player to get back into position to get that ball. Right, he's very, very fast. His agility and balance is very noticeable even when he's running. So pretty nice thing to have right there. So I'm liking the card so far, in all fairness. I don't think the stamina is a huge issue, because for me personally, if I was using him on a 4-2-3-1 formation, he would be on stay back while attacking anyway. So the stamina is kind of void for me personally. Because even on balance instruction, he doesn't really feel like he's wasting that much, right? So on stay back, he's going to waste significantly less, which would be ideal. A little aggressive right there to defend that opportunity, which is completely fine because he's playing off of the center backs really nicely. He aggressively defends, gets back into position quickly to defend the area. He's out of position right now, and you could see that he runs back into position quite quickly. So that's the big thing with this card, right? That's the big thing with fullbacks, center backs, all that good stuff. You need them to get back into position quickly once they're out of it, right? If they're attacking and they need to come back, you need to see if they do that consistently, you know? But you can see his stamina right now is like a little bit near like the halfway point, which isn't crazy good to have, obviously, but get that on Messi's left foot. Any sort of dribbling with this card is going to be amazing for sure. So you can kind of see right there, actually, that the stamina is really, really low on the card. So on balance, like I said, you do not want to get this card if you're going to be using him on balance instructions. But on stay back while attacking, guys, you're going to be looking at a very similar card to Raphael, but he's going to have better dribbling than Raphael. So the big difference between the two is having a player like Raphael that you can play him in any way you want, depending on the situation of the game, but then having a player like Fabio, where, you know, for me personally, I mostly have him on stay back while attacking anyway, so he could have been a good choice as well. Alright guys, so final verdict on Fabio's card. You're looking at a very, very similar card to Raphael in regards to off-the-ball movement, defending, pushing forward and whatnot. I will say that this card significantly feels better in dribbling than Raphael's card did. The 4-star weak foot actually helps out a lot in that left side position because the fact that, you know, he could still make those outside passes to your left and right attack, or your left attacking mid, or your left mid if you want to line up with a 4-4-2, so not a big deal with that. It's actually very interesting to use his strong foot in the opposite side because it's just different, right? It's not an ideal situation for me. Like I said, having a player like a foot Mr. Tall being right-footed on the right side, but having that 5-star weak foot to cut inside as well, very, very ideal situation. But it doesn't make this card unusable, that the fact that he's a right-footed player on the left side. Like I said, the 4-star weak foot is completely fine. I don't think the stamina is a big deal on this card because of the medium work rates that he has. If you keep this card on stay back while attacking and you're looking for a very agile player that'll be able to maneuver left and right really quickly, he'll be a very good card. It's not an issue at all. The anchor chemistry style is very nice on him because, again, his agility, bounce, and his general dribbling stats are really, really nice in regards to just him running, dribbling with the ball at his feet, right? Very, very nice to have. Off the ball movement, even in the attacking position, you know, if I transition with my left and right attacking mids to the middle, he'll occupy that spot if you really need him to. But again, the only reason why his stamina was depleting so quickly was because I was forcing the play out of him, but I wouldn't really force the play that much with my fullbacks anyways if I were to choose them. So he's not a bad choice, guys. I think him and Raphael are very similar to each other. I actually like the way that this card performs more than I do with Raphael, but Raphael has a stamina, so it kind of makes it a little bit easier to rotate with the player in the team, right? So I think both are very good options to go with depending on the situation of your team. So I don't think the stamina is an issue, again, specifically if you have him on stay back while attacking. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.